Welcome to Your Bookkeeping Matters. I'm Lisa Turner, bringing you short and snackable weekly episodes on bookkeeping and business matters in an easy to understand way so you can be in control and confident that you know your bookkeeping matters. Let's dive into this week's episode. Hello and welcome back to Your Bookkeeping Matters. If you're joining me for the very first time, this show is all about deep diving into the world of finance for your small business and unearthing the often overlooked or unknown elements where they can make or break your business and simplifying it. Today, I'm shining a light on an area where many business owners think they can cut corners when things are a little tighter, simply trying to reduce costs, the bookkeeping budget. Now, I understand the temptation, especially when you need to tighten the purse strings. However, as we'll uncover today, slashing your bookkeeping budget can have far-reaching implications, not only on your finances, but also on your business's overall health and growth. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and dive into why your bookkeeping truly matters. All right, at its core, bookkeeping isn't only about crunching numbers or keeping tabs on your expenses and income. Oh no, it is so much more. Think of it as the unsung hero in the background, providing a clear and real-time picture of your business health. Done correctly, it offers invaluable insights to help you make informed decisions because you know your numbers. A couple of episodes back is all about knowing your numbers and using them as your business compass, which we're kind of expanding on today. Let's imagine for a moment your business is like a car. Your vision or goal is the destination, and your strategies and actions are the fuel. But your bookkeeping, it's the dashboard, your speedometer, fuel gauge, warning lights. Without it, you might not notice when you're going too fast, running out of resources, or when there's an issue under the hood. You might think you're on the right path, but you could be headed for an unexpected stopover, or worse, a breakdown. Good bookkeeping provides you peace of mind, knowing you have a clear view of your financial landscape, and this means fewer surprises. It's like having a map, highlighting the upcoming roadblocks, cash flow issues, pit stops, revenue dips, and alternate routes. While you're not constantly worried about what unexpected financial hiccup might come up next, you're free to focus on what you do best, driving your business forward. And also, the insights gained from detailed bookkeeping can be an absolute game changer. Noticing trends, spotting potential growth areas, or identifying wasteful expenses. And it can be the difference between a thriving business and one struggling to keep its head above water. Now, it might be tempting to think, I can skim through, take a shortcut or two, and save on bookkeeping costs. But remember, when you're navigating unfamiliar territory, would you rely on a half-torn map or a faulty GPS? Probably not. So why take a similar risk with the very lifelines of your business? So let's look at the potential repercussions of reducing your bookkeeping budget. Let's understand what it means when we talk about cutting costs in this context. It's crucial to recognize bookkeeping isn't simply a line on your expenses. It's an investment and an integral part of your business. Now picture this. You've been cruising along with a reliable bookkeeper who understands the intricacies of your business. They've been consistent, offering a myriad of services, and perhaps you've started to not necessarily take them for granted, but not fully appreciating anymore the value and the back-end work. You no longer see or notice all those nitty-gritty details. But then, looking to trim some fat from your expenses, you decide to chop your budget in half. You pivot to someone cheaper who might not provide the same breadth of service or might lack the experience you've previously enjoyed. Or in a burst of overconfidence, you think, well, things have been going well. I can handle this on my own. It's easy to fall into this trap, especially when everything appears to be running smoothly. But ask yourself, why did you decide to outsource your bookkeeping in the first place? Was it a lack of time? Did you want to focus on growing the business? Did you come to the realization that balancing the books was not your forte? Or was it the sheer complexity of ensuring every financial detail was in its right place? Have those circumstances truly changed, or are you acting on an impulse? It's worth reflecting on the countless hours, the expertise, and the meticulous attention to detail a seasoned bookkeeper pours into their work. This role isn't only about recording transactions, it's about safeguarding the financial health of your business. So, before making any hasty decisions, it's essential to fully grasp what's at stake. Remember, when you know the true value of something, only then can you understand the cost of losing it. Now, like anything, when you make changes, there are, of course, ripple effects. And with cutting back on bookkeeping, we aren't merely discussing immediate financial blunders or a few missed entries. These effects can spread out like waves, impacting multiple areas of your business. Here's a few things that could go wrong. Loss of financial insight. One of the primary functions of bookkeeping is to give you a clear snapshot of your business's financial health. Now, a skimped bookkeeping service or a DIY approach might miss out on nuanced details, missing expenses, duplications, and over time, these missing pieces can accumulate, leading to extremely skewed financial insights. Without clear financial metrics, making informed decisions becomes a real shot in the dark. You can also have cash flow disruptions. Imagine realizing you're suddenly running low on cash reserves because no one was following up on your overdue client invoices. They thought you were, you thought they were, or you're facing unexpected expenses. Proper bookkeeping helps you anticipate cash flow needs. Another thing that could go wrong, time consumption and stress. Remember the time you decided to outsource because you were overwhelmed. Cutting back on bookkeeping means you might find yourself back in that whirlwind of receipts, invoices, payroll, and bank transactions, all consuming your precious time. And the stress? It comes complimentary with that. And the worst or most negative impact, stunted business growth. Your growth strategy relies heavily on accurate financial data. Without it, you might miss some golden opportunities or fail to see looming threats or issues coming your way. In a nutshell, skimping on bookkeeping might indirectly stifle your business's potential growth. And this is because it's keeping you away from the all-important revenue-generating tasks. Overall, bookkeeping isn't only an admin task or data entry anymore. It's the backbone of your business's financial health, and your bookkeepers are your trusted advisors. And by cutting costs unnecessarily or undervaluing the significance of it, this can ripple out, not only impacting your finances, but the very core of your business operations. Now let's talk a little bit about the less tangible effects. I've touched on them slightly, but I'm talking about the overall emotional toll. The stress of disorganized finances can be overwhelming. And like I said, instead of focusing on growth strategies, you might find yourself constantly back in catch-up mode and being reactive in the business instead of proactive, worrying about your looming ATO deadlines. One of our beautiful clients told us about the peace of mind we offer taking care of her books. It is absolutely beyond measure, she said. She used to stress to the max, working 12 to 14 hours a day to run the business and try and take care of the finances, but only wound up owing loads of tax and couldn't see a way out. Her monthly bookkeeping costs are something she's told me she would never reduce, as she does not ever want to feel so stressed again, and I completely understand and appreciate that. Let's sidestep slightly. You know, when we talk about future-proofing a business from time to time, we're actually talking about adopting a forward-thinking approach, thinking to the future and what you want your business, planning, goals. It's the difference between you being the driver of your car or only a passenger. And you absolutely want to be in the driver's seat, especially when it comes to your finances. When your bookkeeping is on point, you're not jotting down numbers and ticking boxes. You're painting a picture of where your business is and where it could be headed. Imagine heading off for a drive and having a clear map versus floating about and hoping you'll land somewhere nice. Which scenario sounds better? I know which one I would prefer. Being proactive with your finances and making sure the numbers are squeaky clean gives you this clarity. It lets you see potential pitfalls, sunny skies, and even rainbows before they appear. And you can navigate more confidently. You're not simply reacting to what's thrown your way. You're anticipating for it, planning it, and sometimes even sidestepping these challenges altogether. To wrap up this episode, let's revisit one of my favorite phrases I use all the time: know your numbers. Now, knowing your numbers is absolutely crucial. And timely, accurate bookkeeping is what allows you to grasp and understand your numbers. If you're trimming the budget, first make sure you take into account all of the impacts on not only your business health, but your own physical health and what other opportunities you might be sacrificing. Remember, bookkeeping itself is not an expense line on your P&L. It's an investment in the clarity, growth, and overall health of your business. It's about seeing the bigger picture and navigating with confidence and insight. As always, thank you for popping me in your ears today. If this episode resonated with you, I would love it if you could leave a review so the show can help more small business owners learn their bookkeeping matters, sometimes more than you realize.